Oh,
I am.
okay.
I am.
Oh, okay. We're already live. We're live, Amanda.
We are.
We are, and I can't remember our tagline or anything at the moment.
It's time to talk about any things.
Of slip stitches and colorful strings.
Yes.
Look, I did remember. Yay! I'm Katy, as many people know me, and
I'm Amanda. And I'm really, really worried right now that my cat is eating bagels.
Go look and see if she's eating bagels. I'll talk for a second. That's okay. Okay. Amanda's kids set up a leprechaun mansion for them, for their leprechaun to visit this morning because it's St. Patrick's Day. And he brought them green bagels, as she found out this morning. And apparently the cats also like bagels, so she's going to make sure they're not being devoured by the cats. Amanda's kids would be sad about that. I'm coming to you today live from the truck. So Dean is driving, and we are headed out on a road trip. So here I am. Hi. So there'll be some interesting things going past the window here that you can see. And we're heading along. I'll wait till Amanda gets back to talk about my FOs. Super pumped about those. Such riveting, wonderful television. YouTubing, I guess you would call it. I don't really know what it's called. It's all good.
I'm sorry. I'm waiting.
Amanda's coming back. She'll be back in a minute. I've been knitting up a storm lately, and Amanda has lots of things to tell you about too. She's not been knitting, but she's been doing other things. That's awesome. So there she is. She's all like festive today with her green and rainbows, and I got dressed.
I got dressed. Which we appreciate.
Yeah. There was a moment when the alarm went off that I didn't want to get up. So, like your mug, super cute. Cheaper, always a great choice. What are you drinking today?
Today I am drinking Plum Deluxe. It is my Elements Black Blend tea.
Oh.
It's hibiscus, black tea, cloves, almond, love, and gratitude.
That love and gratitude, it just makes it taste so much better.
It does. It's very spicy. It's not very spicy, but it's a spicy blend that Plum Deluxe does. I love it.
Oh, nice.
The cloves are good.
I am having a Starbucks blonde flat white today and in the biggest size. It's really early here. It's like 7:20. The sun is coming up, and so it's going to come in the window in a minute and be really bright. But whatever. This time change. Dude, this time change is killing me, Amanda. It has been awful. Have you adjusted well?
I think we're doing okay, but Danny seems to think that the daylight savings hour is like an hour that we're saving for a special occasion.
Oh,
so she still keeps asking us, well, can we use our daylight savings hour for this?
Yes, yes, you can.
She's like, can we use it on Saturday for this?
I tell you this. Danny thinks that it's a daylight savings hour is being saved like in a bank, and that you can use it for different things, like at different times. So, he laughs. Anyway, go ahead. So I can't wait to hear what you've been up to. I was telling everyone that I was knitting a bunch lately, and that you were doing other things, which were also awesome. So
yeah, most of what I've been doing is Girl Scouts.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah,
making a difference in lives.
Trying. So, well, we haven't really, have we chatted since Vogue?
No, we haven't chatted since Vogue.
So I started my new job. Back then.
We didn't even know about your new job. Wait a minute. We didn't announce anything. We were really quiet about it.
I've got a new
job.
I'm working at Rutgers. And one of the big reasons that I'm not knitting as much is because I have to drive instead of ride the bus. So I am the responsible party for transportation now. So I'm not knitting on my commute. But that's okay because I'm working at Rutgers now, and I'm actually working with a bunch of people that I knew back when I worked at NYU. And so it's really nice to get to kind of get the gang back together. So things have been great. It's, new jobs always exciting and invigorating. So that's good. But there's lots of new people to impress, so working really hard and dedicated there. Yeah, Girl Scouts has been really busy. Cookie season. We're delivering cookies right now.
Are my cookies coming?
They're coming. They're in a box. They're ready to be, once I find the packing tape, packed up and shipped. And so, yeah, cookies. The girls have been making model cars and robots, and they've started their engineering challenge. And we did the St. Patrick's Day parade, which Mike and I made a brand new banner for the troop, which was a last-minute rush, but it turned out really, really well.
It's really amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
You're forgetting the thing that they were most proud of.
The Girl Scouts?
Yes. They were talking about it for months beforehand.
Oh, pickles. We made pickles. My refrigerator is full of so many pickles. And the pickle meeting, we had World Thinking Day and we were Germany, so we made pickles for our snack for the other troops.
Oh, that's why you made them. I had no idea why you were making pickles. And so I was just like, wow, okay, pickles are great.
So I got us all ready for pickles. I bought all sorts of cucumbers. I sliced all sorts of onions. We just were pickle ready. And then we had a snowstorm and our meeting got canceled because school got canceled. And so I have so many pickles. So we had to redo all of it for a second round for 2 weeks later.
That's
I
crazy.
have so many pickles. My whole house smelled like dill for a month.
You still have enough dill to feed a small army, right?
Yeah. Well, on top of that, I got an arrow garden is what it's called. It's like a little mechanic hydroponic garden that has solar lights. I don't know. It's fancy. It's an over-engineered windowsill garden because I don't have the ability to have a windowsill garden in my windows. It's really cool. It came with a dill plant, and it grows way more dill than I could ever. So there's that. Except when I need to make pickles with 16 young girls, then it's not enough dill. Then I have to go out and buy bunches.
That is so true. Yeah. No, you need to do that, obviously. Well, I hope they had fun making pickles. When Dean and I came to visit you guys, one of the girls made little Post-it notes because I send them Post-it notes for Christmas, obviously. That's what any good former elementary school teacher does.
Yeah. It was in
children Post-it notes, and they took them and they drew pickles on them and wrote the word pickle. But the girls are in first grade, and so pickle was P-I-K-L. P-I-K-L. Yeah, there was no C. It was just a K. Yeah. And so we were like, why are all these just Post-it notes? And they're like, we left you surprises. And I was like, makes so much sense. We had a lot of fun.
My life.
Yeah, so much fun. So Voguing Live, I think I did a recap a couple weeks ago where I like did an Instagram live video and showed off all my yarn, but Amanda was not able to join me for that one. So she has cool things that she made at Voguing Live.
Yeah, so my Voguing Live was I took a dyeing class with Julie Aslin. Aslin, is that how you say her last name? She was delightful. Absolutely take one of her classes if you can. My dyeing class was how to dye gradients. Yeah. And so we started with, we dyed them in a little mason jar, a big mason jar, bigger than the mason jars we used for our pickles. And here's my gradient set.
Pretty, Amanda.
Thank you. Oh, let's not look at the naughty side. There we go. And it's my first gradient. I think I've got like the concept down, but I didn't understand dyeing. So this is the other thing. I don't understand dyeing. So I was double whamming this class. I was using it to learn the basics of dyeing and how to dye a gradient because I'm a cheater. So I think I would have done a better job at the gradient if I knew about dyeing a little bit better, but I'm still proud of myself. So we did this. Mine was going from green to blue, and I ended up with purple in the middle because what is the color in between green and blue? I don't know. So that's okay. And then we also made a sock blanket.
Great question. Ooh, I like the sock blanket. You're not great. Very nice. You're gonna make your socks out of that. Is it a double?
Huh? It is not. It's a single. It's a single. Yeah. So these have just kind of been hanging around. I don't know what. I don't think I'm going to make socks out of it. I think I'm going to make something to wear around my face out of it because
those colors look awesome around your face. Yes,
yeah.
That's fun.
But then I'll also have this to wear around my face. I don't know. I'm just super proud of it, and I don't want it in my shoes. We'll see.
I like it very much.
Yeah, so that was really the most of my excitement from Vogue Knitting Live. It was amazing, and I bought a bunch of stuff and had a wonderful time, and just loved sitting and watching the fashion shows while I sat and knit. It was a ton of fun. Like it just was. This might be the first class I've ever taken.
Really? So interesting.
Yeah.
It's one of the first classes I think I've ever really like invested a lot of time into. Like I've done some like little stuff at yard stores and things. Like I took a how to photograph your knitting class from Gail Zucker, like back a long time ago and when we lived in Little Rock. And I loved it and it was wonderful. And I was like, oh, I should totally take more classes. And I signed up for a bunch one time for Arkansas Fiber Arts Extravaganza back when that was a thing. And it iced that year and I didn't get to go. So I missed out on my classes. I was going to go see Mason Dixon Knitters talk about log cabin squares, I think was what I signed up for. And I was really excited about that. And I didn't get to go.
Yeah, I've gone to see Arkansas talks. Mm-hmm. But those aren't the same as class.
No, yeah, the ones I looked at Arkansas Fiber Extravaganza were definitely classes. I just didn't quite make it there. It's really hard when your driveway is covered in like half an inch of ice. So
yeah, that'll do it.
But that's okay. So it's time for FOs.
Okay.
All right.
What's FO?
So, FO. First one up, I'm pretty sure I was knitting this the last time we talked about it. This is Sea Glass Stories. It's a hat by Letty's Knits, Letes. knits. And she's amazing. The yarn is Apothecary for DK Merino. And it is so fun. It was like a great little hat to knit. It has a bunch of, it has bobbles. I didn't realize that when I was knitting it. Like, it's 1x1 cables that travel, and then it's also got little bobbles in the middle. And I was like, oh, look, these are fun. And so, yeah, it turned out great. It's this really great, like, teal blue color. And I wear it all the time. It's amazing. Oh. Amanda went away again.
No, I'm listening.
Oh, she's listening. Okay. Anyway, and it was really fun knit and went really fast once I got going on it. So I really like the little specks of brown in this yarn too. Apothecary is so fun. Yeah, Apothecary is great. She's a lot of fun too. I've met her a couple of times at truck shows and stuff, and she's a local dyer out of Oklahoma. So, and then okay, you want to do yours? Do you have another one? Do you have another FO besides your yarn?
I don't have any.
But Amanda's been doing other wonderful things, so don't be upset. She's wearing her lovely things. Okay, this is coming in hot. And there's my I-cord bind off. And there's my faux brioche. And there's my garter section. And there's more faux brioche. And another garter section. And more faux brioche. And another garter section.
Boom!
It is huge. You can't see it all. I'm like, there's no way I can get it all. That's it though. And cozy and lovely, and it's amazing. Coming in hot pattern is by Callie Monster, known as Monster Knits on Ravelry. And great pattern. It's brioche without learning brioche. Instead, you learn the knit one below technique and the purl one below technique for your faux brioche. So, and since since I started this, I did learn how to do brioche, and I've actually taught a couple of classes on it since then. One of my other FOs that is not with me was a brioche cowl that's at a yarn store right now. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's the only thing I'm actually finished.
Yeah.
Well, the building with lace wrap, I finished that too, but I didn't bring it with me. Building with lace was that year-long project, and I learned all about not just teaching lace, but like doing all the lace techniques. So the last section was an applied border with beads, and it was gorgeous. The last section was patterning on both sides. So like you didn't just purl back across, you actually did, yarn overs and things on the other side, on the back side. And then the one before that was something, not circles. I can't remember. Anyway, it's huge too. I actually ended up having 7 people finish. So like in the time frame. And I was really happy with that. Really, really happy with that. Wait, Missouri. We have made it to Missouri.
Woohoo! Nice job.
Dean has made it to Missouri. He's not a huge fan of driving, so this is a big accomplishment. What you knitting on there, Amanda?
I am working on my dice bag, my friend. It's in its diaper phase right now.
Cute.
So this is the logo for his Warhammer team. And he sent me this, and so I made a chart of the logo, and I'm making him a dice bag because Warhammer has lots and lots of dice. And I'm making 2 of them. This is the first one. This is the easier of the 2 logos. So I'm going to send this one to him, and then we're going to see how the other one works out. But I'm really happy with how this one's turning out. So I did this in color work. So I made the bottom of the bag, and then I did a little bit in the round, and then I started the color work, and I just worked the color work in a panel back for the rest of the bag, back and forth in stockinette, and then joined back up here at the top, which is why I call it diaper phase, because it looks like it's got 2 leg holes. Maybe I'll take a picture of it on one of our stuffies, because it looks like it looks like a diaper if you put it on a stuffy. And then I'll just seam up these holes when it's done.
You're using intarsia for your technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got all my floats tucked in back here.
Ooh, it looks very nice.
So yeah, nice. I just finished up the eyelets for the drawstring.
Yeah.
In the top. So okay. I'm going around that. I've got just maybe like 2 inches left to knit before I bind off.
You can have that done super soon. And then you're gonna make an I-cord?
I mean, yeah, I'll make an orange I-cord to match this. This is so this is just some Knit Picks gray, and then this is Neighborhood Fiber Company. I don't remember what neighborhood it is. Oh, you know what? It's probably in here.
Sock. I don't remember either. But I remember you picking it out.
Otterbein.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Excellent. So I'll make an orange I-cord to go with it.
I like the orange. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Info or unfinished object number 1. This bag. It's also very large.
Yeah, that is that's packed.
Yeah. Well, that's because it's almost done and has been for a month and a half. Can you guess what it is?
Is it?
It's been almost done. It is. This has been almost done for like ever. Yes. I have half a sleeve left on this sweater, and I just can't bring myself to finish it because then I would have to do other things with it, like stick it. I need some dedicated time for that. So here is my moraine. We were talking about patterns for it last time, and there she is.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
She is. She's absolutely gorgeous. There's my steeking band right down the middle. So it'll be all ready to steek whenever I get ready to do that. I will reinforce it as well. What I learned in my super amazing class with Ann Weaver at Bow Knitting Live, which I talked about in that super cool live video that I did, where I had 2 cameras going. You missed that, didn't you? Oh, yeah. I had YouTube Live going, and then I also had Instagram, like, on my phone above it. It's great. So, but yeah, so I have literally, this is half of the sleeve, and it's like, that's how close I am. You can do it. Just gotta work through it. But I did bring it on this trip, so hopefully I will work on it after I finish this other adorable thing that I'm going to show you. Let me roll this back up. Oh, wait. I don't know if anyone actually saw that because I was way down here in the corner. Let me show this again. Sorry. That's Moraine, and that's from Tin Can Knits and the Strange Brew book. There it is. There's the done sleeve, and here's the half done sleeve. And I do the technique where you put stitch markers at every decrease on your sleeve. And so like I finished one sleeve right over here, and now I'm just taking these off as I go on this one, so they'll match exactly.
Oh, that's smart.
It's the same number, yeah. Because you know I did this sleeve a month and a half ago, and I won't remember how many decreases I did during that time. Okay, so I'll throw this one up here. Try to sort it. Okay. What else? Are you working on anything else, Amanda?
I have, well, so Tofu Cat is trapped in the basement. The girls had a slumber party in the basement, but what's cool about having kids the same age or near the same age is that they can test out slumber parties with each other before we have slumber parties with other people's kids. So that's what they're doing. They're just having a sister's slumber party down in the basement. But Tofu Cat is trapped down there. Tofu Cat looks more like Tofu now because she's stuffed, but she also has one ear. Just one.
Nice.
That's it. It's a cute ear, though. The other thing that I have is...
Ooh, are those the socks that we took pictures of while I was there?
These are the ones I started at Vogue Knitting Live.
Yeah.
This is Into the World, Curse Your Inevitable Betrayal. And I am just loving the colors. And you know how much I do not love pooling, but I am really liking the pattern that's going on here.
I like the pooling on those. It's pretty.
The like...
Yes.
The little
like,
going on.
Bag thing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with this. And these colors are just...
My heels
they're bringing me joy when the name doesn't. What?
When you do the heel, the pooling's going to change a little, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
So
are you going to do
what I knit on when we play games?
Oh, yeah. Are you doing Fish Lips Kiss Heel?
Yep.
I think you're going to really enjoy it now that you have the right number of stitches. Last time you made them, they were too big, right?
Yeah, I think that they're probably just a touch too big. I wear those socks all the time, but I think that they're well, not all the time because they go up to my calf, which is exactly what I wanted. But you don't have occasion to wear calf-high socks all the time.
But they're rainbow.
They're rainbow with clouds on top. How can you avoid making those as giant and flashy as possible?
Exactly. Great.
But yeah, I think they were just a touch too big. We had at Vogue Knitting went with the number of stitches for your foot, and I think that was a touch too small, so I added 2 more.
Because we had my sock blank there, or my foot blank. Yeah.
And then when I got home and I put your foot blank up against mine, I'm really glad that I did because yours is so small compared to mine. But
it looks good though.
I know, and we're so close.
You are super close.
One more night of D&D, and I'm making a heel. So
I think they look gorgeous. I think you're really gonna enjoy them.
I'm so excited. I need more socks because I haven't been darning. I have so much darning to do. I think like 4 pairs of socks are in the darning pile right now. 4 in the darning pile. Man, that's a lot. I know. But you got a darning egg for Christmas. I did. From someone I know. Someone spoils me. That was a fun Christmas present, though. It was like, it never ended. It's great. It's my favorite kind of gift. I'm so spoiled. Okay, so I said that I was working on something else, right? So this is my big box bag that I love doing. It has little hampers on it. And I picked this up randomly the other day, and it's a surprise for the people we're going to visit this week, but that's okay, whatever. I'm going to show it off anyway, because I'm pretty sure that she doesn't watch our podcast. Anyway, it's called Summer into Fall, and it is for her daughter. And how cute is this little skirt? Adorable. Oh. And it's overall. So let me screen share the pattern with you because I want you to see it. It's so cute. Let me see if I can make this happen. Screen share. Now I want that window. Not that one. This one. Let's try that. Summer into. There it goes. Okay. Sorry. Now you're getting this super exciting of me not knowing what I'm doing. Share that one. All right. How cute is this? Oh, that is so adorable. It is just like. Do you have perfect buttons for it already?
I don't have any buttons for it. I'm going to pick those out probably tomorrow. But yeah, so that's the front. And then this is the back.
Oh.
And it is just absolutely adorable. And her little girl is 3. And I think she's going to look super cute in it. I think she's no bigger than this, but you know, that's. Anyway, and it's really easy. And there's nothing really crazy. There's a little bit of an I-cord edge on the side, like here. And then the ruffles seem kind of interesting. There's a bind-off technique to keep there from being holes on the neckline. But other than that, and I'm using Lion Brand Cotton Ease, which is one of the recommended yarns.
Nice.
And yeah, so I think it's super cute. And it's available in like 5 different languages. So if you need it in German or French, it's also available.
You're set.
Yeah, right? Let me get back to you guys here. Stop presenting. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Yeah, so I think it's super cute. I'm really enjoying getting it. And I'm on the front. I finished the back and I'm on the front doing the little decreases now for the little front panel. And then I will be onto the little sleeve, or not sleeves, straps with the ruffles pretty soon. So that's what I will work on today. Well, actually, when we get done talking, Dean's going to find a spot and pull over and let me drive because he wants me to drive. And I love driving. Dean is going to knit on his hat today.
Go,
Maybe
Dean!
We'll with it today or sometime in the next week.
We'll have to come up with a special name for our Dr. Dean segments.
Dr. Dean segment? Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. He doesn't say much. Can't really hear anything. Can't really hear you because I have headphones in. Oh, yesterday I had a market bag class. So, have you seen my market bag class?
I have not seen the class, no. I haven't seen any of your classes.
You're missing out. This is what I did yesterday in class. So there's the bottom of the market bag.
Nice.
We use Emily Ocker's cast on in the middle. And no one in my class likes it because they're very much knitters. And the whole crochet technique is like, nope, can't do it. So there's a little bit of rebellion whenever I say, first we're gonna pull out our crochet hooks. And they're like, why are we doing that? So I have this one in this really cool orangey color. And we have this one in this berry color.
Nice.
So this one is already, I got the bottom done and I'm already working on the sides. So you can see the holes, the eyelet holes.
Yeah,
I made eyelets all the way up.
Yep. I made a market bag back when we lived in Brooklyn.
Well, you also live like 3 blocks from the market.
I did. I never used the market. I made it too big.
Oh.
So anytime I put anything in it, it like sunk to my ankles.
Yes. That is something that I warn about in the class. So the pattern recommends like 8 inches or something. And I'm like, so what you really want to do is take your phone, like once you have enough webbing on there, take your phone and put it in the bottom of the bag and then hold it at the top. And that gives you a good idea of how much it's going to stretch and measure that. Don't measure it with no stretch. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a market bag that's just too big to use. So,
yep, that's what I've got.
Okay. I think that is not all of my works in progress, but that's all the works in progress I can like reach. They have like 2 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of socks, and no, wait. I have a pair of socks for Peter, a pair of socks for Dean. I have 2 pairs of socks for me, and a pair of socks for Tabitha.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's just the sock bag. Yeah. And then, I'm so I'm also teaching a class on a sweater, which I started Friday. So, and I've been telling you about this sweater, right? Have I been telling you about this sweater?
Which one? Tell me about sweaters all the time.
I tell you about sweaters. That's true. Portage. It's a plum dandy design, which she's super cool. Melissa, and don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she's super cool, and I really like her stuff. Let me see here, and I'll pull up the pattern so you can see it. There you go.
Yeah.
And it's an oversized cardigan with a really big shawl collar and extra long sleeves, and it has built-in pockets. And then it's got this cool texture on the back. It's got a honeycomb texture on the back of it. So I am using Hedgehog DK Merino, so the Superwash Merino. And I'm using the color called Salty Tails.
Oh, I've seen pictures. I love the speckles in this.
Yes, and I don't think the speckles are really coming through very well on this, but this is the back panel, so this is the honeycomb. And then, yeah, you can see it a little bit better on the stocking right here. But it's got all these speckles of hot pink and teal and browns and oranges, and it is so pretty, and I really, really like it. So, I had my first class with this on Friday, and everyone did so well. We got everyone started on the right size, and we did gauge swatches, and we figured out our gauge and the right size to go with our gauge, and it was amazing. You know, it's a big feat.
I love it.
Sweater math is hard, especially when you're not used to doing it. Anyway, I have a whole bunch of yarn, there's a ton of yarn over here in this bag for that. So then yesterday I'm planning another sweater class because this is my year of sweater teaching, obviously. And it's going to start in May. And it is going to be for Deshane. Let me pull that one up. And Deshane is a linen Aran weight sweater. So it sounds heavy, but it's not.
Okay.
Because it has a lace panel in the front, and it's done on super big needles. So let me get that going there. Go back to my video. All right, there. And then just look at me staring at the computer screen. It's so great. Yes, share. Okay, there you go. There it is.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
So it goes for this Aran weight, and it's a chain ply. It's Quint & Co. Kestrel, and it's a really pretty yarn. I bought some, and I'm gonna play with it. And I think I'm gonna play with that yarn, and then to kind of get a feel for what that yarn is supposed to be. But the yarn store I'm doing the class at, they don't have that. They don't carry that brand, so we're gonna try something else. So I'll show you that, and we're gonna try this yarn, Roko Indio, and it's still the chain ply, but it's a little bit lighter. So we're gonna play a lot with gauge and figuring out what size is best to make. And it is this green. It's a really pretty green color. I don't know if you can tell. There, that's probably best right there.
Yeah.
Out of the sun. But yeah, I'm really liking it. No one has bought enough for the sweater to do. So I'm gonna cast on that and get started gauge swatching that pretty soon. Yeah, so that's it. That's what I got. Okay. Okay, so how are you doing? How's your shot going?
It's good. Knitting away. That's it. I don't have any big plans. I fell in love with that fox hat we saw on Instagram.
The one on Gail Zucker's Instagram page.
Yeah.
Because Gail Zucker, she shoots sheep, is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That cable is just really cool how she makes it look
super cool.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
So what you were talking about your Rhinebeck yarn the other day, and how you're going to make shawls for the girls.
Yeah.
Is that still the plan?
That's stunt shawls. I've been thinking, since they're sock blanks, and I need to go back. I'm almost positive that they're double. They picked up sock blanks that are naturally dyed, and they're dyed. They're double, and so I was looking at sock weight shawls, but I think I'm going to make them smaller and hold them double and just knit them straight off the blank instead of unwind the blank to make it a sock weight. Like, if I'm just knitting a shawl, I don't need it double.
Yes.
Like knitting two socks at the same time. Oh, sorry.
Your face froze. It was beautiful.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna just hold it double and do a thicker weight shawl, and they're littler, so they don't need as big of a shawl.
Yeah.
But when I mentioned that, Danny was like, no, I want one as big as your arrow. Danny's basically like, I want to slank it. Thank you very much. And I'm like,
Amanda's arrow is the arrow that I knit, which I blocked on a queen size bed, and it came over the edges.
Yeah,
of the queen size bed.
It's giant, and it's lovely. She has excellent taste.
Yes, I agree. It's gorgeous yarn and everything. Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, I think for the first shawls, I'm gonna just hold them double. And I don't know if I'm gonna go find a pattern or if I'm gonna just kind of
do a triangle shawl.
Yeah, just do a triangle and have at it. Throw some embellishments in every few iterations.
Do the Stephen West philosophy on shawls.
Yeah, ever since Vogue Knitting, Popportunity has been a regular term in our lives.
I've used it a lot too. Embrace that color Popportunity. Yeah.
Especially like Girl Scouts and stuff. This marker is dying. That sounds like a color Popportunity to me.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. So I told you
the blue construction paper. That sounds like a color Popportunity to me.
Have I told you about my Tuesday knitting group?
No.
Okay. So on Tuesdays, in Rogers, there is a group of us that get together and just knit socially, and it's a wonderful time. And one of the ladies there was telling me the other day that she pulls up our YouTube podcast and she'll just listen to us, and she'll sit there and knit, and she's like, it's just like coming on Tuesdays, and I just listen to you talk about all this crazy stuff. I don't know, man. It's really nice too. It's like, that's the best. She's probably like, oh my gosh, she's talking about me right now. Hi.
That's wonderful. Hi.
I know, right? It's so fun. And then a couple people in my sock classes, I've really been enjoying that. So guess what? In 2 weeks, is it 2 weeks or 3? We're going to DFW. Is it 2? It's 3. I don't know how long it is. 3 weeks. We're going to DFW Viberfest. We're taking.
Yes.
Dean and I we're renting a van. People from my knit group, and it's going to be so much fun. And yeah, it's going to be a blast. We're renting a minivan, Amanda.
That sounds excellent.
Dean was unsure. He was like, well, is it going to be enough room for one? And I was like, it'll be plenty of room. Remember that one time when we went to Rhinebeck and Elsa? That's the name of Amanda's minivan.
Yep.
And it's like we had like 4 adults and 2 kids and stuff to camp for 4 days, and yeah, it was great. We fit great.
And a spinning
wheel.
Limited
everybody. Yeah, right? No, you got your spinning wheel shipped, didn't you?
No. We brought it home.
Oh yeah, it did fit me back at the end. That's awesome. Man, we did good. Yeah, so we're renting a minivan and we're gonna be driving down there, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So, Grocery Girl Knits is gonna be there. I'm not worthy to be in the podcast category with them, but apparently I am. So there we go. I'm gonna try to meet them, and I'm taking some classes. I'm taking a class on how to make stitch markers.
Oh, fun!
Which I'm so excited about, and because they do this stitch marker swap at all these events.
Yep.
And so, I'm doing mine on Friday morning, so then I can make my stitch markers in the class to exchange during market in the afternoon. And then I'm taking a class on from Stephanie Pearl McPhee. I'm doing her Knit Smart class, which I think is more like a talk, but she's like, it's my favorite one to do. So I was like, that sounds like the one I should do. I should go to. And then I'm going to Franklin Habits Knit to Fit Your Furry Friend. So we're going to figure out how to knit Jack a sweater.
Aww.
And then I'm going to one on ergonomic knitting.
Good.
So, yeah. Because I've been knitting so much, and I had this weird pain in my upper arm. Now I'm like, what am I doing wrong? It's got to be knitting because it's not like I'm doing anything else. Yeah, and that's fun. So the sun is really coming in now.
I can see it. You're glowing.
I am glowing. I think I'm blocking the sun out of Dean's way. No, I should probably do the thing now. Is that better? A little bit? Okay. Perfect. Just what we needed. What else? Okay. So, and they're going to have a fabulous vendor market, and I'm sure I'm going to buy yarn because that's what I do. And
you have a will that leaves all your yarn to me, right?
What?
Said you have a will that leaves all your yarn to me?
Dean knows that, and Sarah knows that. So, yes. As long as everybody knows, I guess it's okay. Yeah, but my yarn goes, you and Maureen are going to have to fight over it if something happens to me for that, yeah. And you're supposed to help Maureen go through it all and figure out where it goes. Okay? Okay. Good. Perfect. Mostly to your stashes, I'm sure. I would hope so. It all has stories to go with it. I need to tell these stories sometimes. Which I tell them a lot of them here. So there you go. But I think I didn't bring my, we went to Oklahoma City and Tulsa a couple weeks ago, and I bought some really great yarn there. I had a lot of fun doing that. We went to 3 yarn stores, Loops in Tulsa, which is really big. They have a fairly big online presence, and they do a lot of retreats and things. And then we went to the Knitting Nook in Owasso, and we went to Yarnitopia in Oklahoma City. So those ones we went to, and I bought a lot of heavier weight yarn, which is kind of weird for me. I don't usually buy a lot of heavyweight yarn, but almost everything I bought was super bulky. I don't know.
Yeah, you were on the hunt for bulky when we were at Vogue Knitting, so it's kind of been on your mind.
Yeah, I think so. And so I got this really nice Cascade baby chunky llama, baby llama chunky. It's like their baby alpaca chunky, except llama. Yeah, and it's this really rich, dark brown. They call it coffee, is the name of the color. I was thinking more just dark brown, but and then I got a really pretty Marisol yarn. I don't remember the name of it, but they're really, really thick chain ply, and in a heathery orange and a heathery green. So those are going to be really fun. I was thinking I might do a striped cowl or something for next winter. Big chunky cowl. Maybe
great.
kind of a worm head kind of look, where you have the different colors going in and out, one's pearl and one's knit. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then I got this amazing yellow yarn from Loops. and it's from Wool Addicts, and it's called Happiness, and it is seriously like the happiest thing I have ever touched. It's bamboo and nylon polyamide, and it is like, it looks like cotton candy. It feels like cotton candy. I feel like when I touch it, it's just gonna melt in my hands, but it's substantial. It's like, it's an air and weight yarn, and it's chain plied, and it is just, oh my gosh. And I got this gorgeous bright yellow color that is insane awesome. So yeah, I have stashed all those in my Ravelry, so if someone wants to see them, they're there. And I think I also posted pictures of them on Instagram. So I feel like I did that. I don't know. Did I do that?
I can't remember. Sorry.
Sorry. You've been posting pictures of your girls. How was Captain Marvel? You guys went on Friday?
It was Friday night. That was going to be my my happy for the post.
I'm sorry. I'm skipping ahead. I didn't know. Dean went and saw it yesterday. He did going to see it yesterday while I was teaching. Yeah. So one of the ladies in my class, she was like, "Dean does all the fun stuff. We need to go hang out with Dean more often." Yes, we do. Don't forget to take care of you. Dean's usually the one telling me like where to navigate to, and he's driving, and so I'm doing a really terrible job of navigating for him.
I have figured out how to have my GPS on, but not telling me every single direction.
Yay! That
was a huge advancement in my commute.
Yeah, because there's a lot of directions on your commute.
There are lots of merging in and out, and like lots of like the thing just change. And I don't need all of that, but I like to have her on so she can tell me like when there's an accident or the traffic is weird or other announcements. And she keeps like a running like expectation arrival, so like I can let the people know if I'm running late.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that was huge when I found that button. It was great.
I love it. That's awesome. I was gonna tell you, I don't even know if I have a happy for this week. I don't know. We're going to visit our friends. I guess we're kind of wrapping this up, but are we wrapping this up for today? I don't know.
I guess so. You look like you're blinded.
Well, we've turned to the east now, so we're heading east. We were headed north. Now we're headed east. We're kind of headed northeast, really. Yeah, we are headed to our own old Indiana home, like the song says. And we are going to visit so many friends, and we're so excited. So we have, I think we're staying in a different place every night this week. Yeah, like every night this week. We're just somewhere else. Somewhere different, somewhere across the state of Indiana, Illinois, somewhere in that area. We're going to be in Bloomington tonight, so we're in Illinois, and we're going to visit the yarn store. You said it's closed, right? Mary Lynn's Yarn Garden in Bloomington, Illinois. It's fabulous. I've been there before. Yesterday, Dean was looking it up for me. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's like Mary's Yarn Garden or something like that. And he was like, how do you've only been there once. And it was like 2 years ago. I was like, it's a gift. Anyway, and I was like, and down the street was this comic book store that we went to, and we bought all these books, and then we went to this place that was like a hound dog coffee, like they roasted, and he was like, coffee hound? Yeah, that's like, you just, it's crazy. Anyway, and downtown Bloomington is really fun, and I really liked it. We went there that one morning, and I really enjoyed it, obviously, because I remember all these things about it. The yarn store is great, so if you ever get a chance to go, highly recommend.
All right.
After that, we're going to northern Indiana and visiting some friends there. And then we're going across the state to extreme southern Indiana, like Louisville-ish. It's like the Kentucky line, and staying with some friends there. And then we're going back to the middle, and we're staying with some friends there. and we're staying in the middle for a couple of nights and visiting the residency. Radim did his residency and seeing all these people that we love. Oh, that's really bright. Okay. And okay, it's sunglasses time. I can't see you anymore. That didn't really help, but now I look super cool.
Yeah, you look fabulous now.
My super white pasty skin is really glowing at this point. Where are we going after that? And then we're going to spend a couple of nights in Indianapolis, and we're having a huge dinner with these people from residency, and we're so excited to see them all and all of their children, and it's going to be great. So yeah, we're pumped. And there'll be yarn stores and a couple of IKEA trips. And we're going to this soap store today in St. Charles, Missouri. And it sounds wonderful. My sister was raving about it yesterday, so we're going to stop by there. And so that's pretty exciting. We love traveling. This is like my favorite thing to do.
That's so cool.
I only can't see you. I'm just going to pretend that I can see you.
All right. Well, we should wrap it up and let you go so you're not...
We're going to change drivers, and then I'm going to drive into the sun. Yeah. It'll be like, yeah. Drive off into the sunrise. I don't really know if that works that way or not.
It does if you love travel.
I was going to talk about the patterns for traveling, wasn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What do you like to bring when you travel?
I like small stuff. So things that will fit in one bag. All the yarn for the project has to fit in one bag. And I prefer a sock size bag.
No. I saw what you did with that sweater. That is not an acceptable criteria.
Don't do a sweater. Sweaters on road trips are really not it. Road trips are different though, because road trips you have the whole car, you know, it's like, you know how much yarn is back there? Like, yeah, there's like a whole tub of yarn in the back seat right now. But I'm kind of the exception to the rule there with that one. I like one bag projects. So like this size bag, this is the size that I use all the time. It's like an 8 by 10 laid flat. That's my Yarn Stories bag and all over. It's been everywhere. But I can fit a pair of socks.
How come your bag has a cute little bunny on it and my bag has a weird, like, I don't know, llama on it or something?
Your bag has a llama on it?
My Yarn Stories bag has a weird thing on it. I don't have a cute little bunny. I don't have a cute Stitch bag.
I don't know how you didn't end up with a Stitch bag. You should have had a Stitch bag.
No. I'll show you my bag after the girls come upstairs.
Yeah, that's Stitch. He's cute. He is cute. I agree. I mean, yeah, we need to make some more Stitch bags than that. Anyway, so this has my market bags in here. So I have 2 of them in here, and then I have a whole bunch of pins. But 1 skein project, or at the very most, a 2 skeiner. And then you want to make sure that you're only using like 1, maybe 2 needle sizes at the most. So something that's like, market bags are great because it's a mindless project. You have 1 row that you repeat over and over and over. And so those are the best kind of travel projects, in my opinion. I don't know, you like socks for your travel projects, right?
I love socks. I love socks because they fit in one bag.
Yeah.
You can have 1 or 2 balls of yarn, depending upon how you're doing your socks. I also love socks because they can be as simple or as complicated as your travel permits. So like, if I am going to be getting on a plane and I'm going to be dealing with the girls and I'm going to be watching a movie and I'm going to be like doing, you know, I'm going to be distracted, I want some plain vanilla socks. Yes. And I can have plain vanilla socks, no big deal. If I am going on a road trip and I'm going to be sitting next to and I'm just listening to an audiobook and doing like support for the driver, because Mike is our driver. You may be your driver, but Mike is our driver. I'm doing driver support. that I want something more complicated, then I can bring a pattern sock. And I can bring a pattern as complicated as I want. But it's still a sock, right?
Yes.
And you can get as intense as you want with it. I feel like a lightweight wrap is similar.
That bamboo pop is really nice for that. So like the market bag fabric is really good for doing like a one row scarf. Have you seen the one row scarf?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, I will try to find a link and post it on here. But it's one row and you just repeat it over and over and over. And so those are really nice to have. And you just take one skein and make it absolutely gorgeous. And so as long as it fits in that bag, then it passes the test. I don't like working on blankets in cars.
No.
Too much.
And I've done hats and I've done cowls. And I think that hats are too quick. I worry that hats, when you do travel knitting, like sometimes you just end up, there's delays, you end up knitting a lot more than you expected. And like a hat will do you wrong. You'll be done and you'll be nice and cozy with nothing to do. And a cowl, if you're doing like a worsted weight cowl or more, you're in the same predicament. But like I did what was that? Did the Hufflepuff cowl that I made.
3-color cashmere cowl. Cashmere cowl.
3-color. Yeah. It was huge.
Yeah.
And so it took 3 skeins of yarn, and it was a little bit bigger of a bag than a sock would have been, but it would have been safe for a road trip. Like I would have done a road trip with that. Because it was some color work. It was, and when you're on a road trip, you can take a little bit of a bigger bag than when you're on a plane. But it went on for a while. So, because that thing's like, I can't fit how tall that thing is.
It's like, what, 2.5 foot long or so, 3 foot?
But I love it.
It's great.
So yeah, hats and cowls seem like they're good because they're one skein and they're little, but I think you're risking it being done too soon because travel can just end up too much time.
So the hat I showed you guys at the beginning, it's about 8 hours worth of knitting, start to finish, 8 to 10. And that's usually what hats are. So if you've already done the brim or something like that, then you need to figure, 2 hours less. And if you're making it for a small person, it's even less time than that. But that's for a patterned hat with something like cables or lace or something like that, then it's usually 8 to 10 hours. Socks are about 16 to 20 for the whole pair, and that's actual knitting time. And that's, from what I can gather, that's pretty standard. That's not just me saying, oh yeah, you can totally knit this in 20 hours. No. That's like, everybody has about the same amount of knitting time that you can put into it. And then sweaters will run you 60 to 70 hours, depending on the weight. So more for figuring weight, less for a super bulky weight. And you can kind of figure that based on your trip time. So like, for this trip, we're looking at 10 hours to our first destination, or 7 hours today, 3.5 tomorrow, and then we'll be crisscrossing the state a few times. So we're looking at, several hours each way. It's about 5 hours across the state, top to bottom, and then 10 hours home. So in general, we're looking at 20, 30 hours of car time.
I think that you are doing way too much math. So what I'm saying is, you bring a pair of socks, you knit on your pair of socks because socks are just so much bang for your buck time-wise. And then you're like, man, I finished socks. You grab yourself another skein of sock yarn because
no, you don't
sock yarn. You have the needles. right? Like
Yeah.
if you're knitting socks, you're set up to knit socks if you run out of sock yarn or if you finish your socks. Like,
Well, then you just have an excuse to stop at the next yarn store.
right? You finish you finished your whatever other special project you're working on, then you don't have the needles, you don't have what you need for your next project. You're knitting socks, you're set up to knit socks. Just knit some socks.
You always carry your whole needle set with you. Don't you know that? That's what you do.
Not anymore.
You don't?
Not anymore.
Yeah, you have kids.
Yeah.
My knitting is my kid. They're just, yeah. Usually Jack's back here. Our dog is hanging out back here. Long trips, he stays at Sarah's. But yeah, so pick a project you really enjoy working on. That's the other thing that you can kind of be like, oh, I can have a conversation while I knit this. Don't pick something that you're like, I'm knitting. I have to think really hard, because then your poor driver will be sad that you're not talking to them. Dean gets sad when I don't talk to them. Yeah. Dean's got, I would say Dean has about 4 hours left on his hat. He's super meticulous about his cables. So I think that's about where he's at.
That'll block out.
So, it'll block out. No, we gotta make sure it's long enough. He's almost got the length on it, and then we're gonna work on the decreases. So that'll be fun. But what was I gonna tell you? Good sock patterns. I like toe up. You like toe up? Do you like top down socks?
I like not thinking.
So is that toe up?
If I'm making vanilla socks, I like to go toe up. If I am making pattern socks, I like to just do whatever the pattern tells me to do.
You're definitely a pattern.
I'm a follower. I'm a follower. People put a lot of work into what they're doing, and if it's gonna fit me, so that's not true about sweaters. I put a lot of work in my sweaters.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I will adjust my sweaters like nothing. But like a hat or a cowl or a wrap or a sock, like people put work into that. I honor their work. I'm gonna listen to what they tell me to do.
I'm always of the it's a recipe and you can do whatever makes you happy.
What makes me happy is not having to think about it. What makes me happy is saving my mental energy for something else.
So yeah, no, I end up changing patterns all the time. So the socks I'm making for Tabitha, they are toe up, and the pattern is called zigzagular. It's a really fun it's got a little cable going up the side, and it's got zigzags, a little panel, and it's got a 1x1 zigzag going up, a 1x1 cable going up the side. Anyway, and it's the opposite on each one, but I'm doing them 2 at a time, and the pattern calls for top down. I hate knitting socks top down. Don't like it at all. It's just not my thing. And it also calls for a gusset and a heel flap. I'm not doing that either. But I am using the chart, and I figured out how to do them toe up, and I love them. And I credit that I'm totally using their pattern, and it's amazing. I just have to make it so that, it fits Tabitha's foot, and that's important. And I want to make sure that she can, it'll fit. And I have not had that luck with gussets and heel flaps. So, yeah, getting it to fit other people. But your Fishlet's Kiss heel has fit you. Both pair of socks I made you out of that one fit you. So
yeah.
So I knit those on the road. We took those to Nashville and Salem and all those hometowns that we live in, and so they went a little bit everywhere. Oh, the boot socks, the purple ones, they started in Seattle while I was in line at Tolt.
Yay!
So they have been a little bit everywhere. And those are what Hermione's everyday favorite favorite everyday socks or everyday favorite socks. What is it called?
I don't know.
One of those. If you type in Hermione's on Ravelry, it'll bring up those socks. There you go. They're a great pattern. It's a super awesome pattern. And I've talked for another 20 minutes beyond what I said we were going to talk in front of her.
Because you love what you're talking about.
I love talking about socks. It's amazing. I have one person taking my sock class right now, and he's doing an awesome job. So I'm excited to see where he takes her socks. And I got new sock yarn the other day. My local yarn store is carrying, they got the Dream in Color sock sets, and they're done in Dream in Color smushy with cashmere. And like, I got this really gorgeous blue for the toe, and the stripy sock part is like green and white and hot pink. I'm really excited about them. I don't know if I took a picture of that or not for you. I didn't bring them with me. I didn't bring them with me this time, so you'll have to wait till next week to see them. I don't remember. I think I put it all away so that Sam wouldn't get into it while we were gone. I put away all the yarn. There's no yarn sitting out in our house right now. It's all put away in its box. I know, right? That never happens. There's a lot of yarn in our house. So much yarn. Are your children up yet? Are they still sleeping?
Yep.
What?
Everyone's asleep. They stayed up later than I did last night.
Hey, what game are you playing, by the way?
Last night we played Scythe and Azul.
Do you like the Azul game?
I love Azul.
I knew we helped you punch out the things for it. What about the other new one you had? What was it, Ghostwood?
There's nothing to punch out for Azul. Gloomhaven? What did you help us punch out?
I have no idea. You're asking the wrong person. I really don't know what we helped you push out. I'm pretty sure it was Dean anyway. Do you know what
we're actually?
No. He's not talking either. So
okay. No, because there's nothing to punch out for Azul. Azul has like little plastic tiles. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's great for 2 players. Don't buy it though.
Okay, I won't. You have it. Why would I buy it?
So we had our game came with an extra set of tiles. So the tiles come in, I want to say 5 colors. I don't know. There's blue, white, black, red, orange. I don't know, maybe 5 colors. Yeah, 5. And you have to like get the tiles and make a pattern, whatever. We got an extra set of one of the tiles, and I was making popcorn for the girls when Mike was setting up the game, and he didn't know that there was an extra set of one of the tiles in the box, and so he added it in to the game when he was setting up the game. And nobody knew this because I usually set up the game.
Yes.
And so when we came back, and everybody is like losing points, because if you get too many of the wrong color, you lose points. And everybody's losing points over these extra orange tiles. Everybody's like, man, it feels like there's so many orange tiles. Are there more orange tiles? And I was like, well, you know, we did end up with this extra set. And we're like, wait, Mike, did you put the extra set in? Yeah, he put it all in. And so like our game was messed up, and we were like, we gotta just keep playing. We gotta just power through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it? Gloomhaven? Is that what you're playing?
Gloomhaven is what Mike and I are playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's like a story-based game. It's kind of like, I don't know, we've only played one scenario, but I would say it's kind of like D&D if you don't have a dungeon master.
D&D. No Dungeon Master. Okay.
Yeah. So like the game runs itself, but it's cooperative, kind of. Like it's a cooperative game, but you have secrets from the other players. And you run through scenarios. You have like a little story that you're doing. You unlock things as you go through the game. Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
That sounds
I'm
awesome.
really, really excited about it. And like there's content that you unlock. You can't just go do things. There's a world that we're exploring.
Yeah.
And we can't just go anywhere until we unlock the different
Areas of it, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So we finished April in our Pandemic Legacy game. We won last time. Barely. What? We have the new figures are there. I know. I'm not trying not to give spoilers here. And we're struggling, but that's okay. This whole like winning all the time is really not helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're low on resources, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I feel like maybe we should just lose on purpose at some point, but then we're like, no, that doesn't sound good either. So we're just like, oh, let's make it through. It'll be all right.
No, don't lose on purpose. You'll get a bad first pull.
I know. Yeah. No, we're trying. Yeah, we're ready for May now, so I think we'll get it to May. Maybe next Sunday? Maybe next Monday, something like that. Whenever we go back and pick up Jack. Or maybe the next time when we like go and hang out at Sarah Peter's house. So, yeah. That's where Jack is. He's having fun. He was super sad this morning when we left. I was like, yeah, you got your friend Nova, you'll be fine. Yeah. Me and Nova get along so well. I have a great time. What else? Yeah, there's just lots going on. We haven't talked in a long time, and it's really nice to hear from you. So, yeah, it's okay. Warm here, I agree. Maybe it's the sun. I think it's the sun making me feel much, much warmer than it is. Yeah. Because it's still heating it. And I still have my jacket on, which is probably making it worse, but maybe way more work to try to take my jacket off. Yeah, so what are you gonna work on today? What are your plans for today? Are you gonna be a soccer mom today?
No, well, kind of. We're play date. We're gonna go see some friends that we know through the girls. They used to go to pre-K together.
Yeah.
And then she was part of our Girl Scout troop, but they've moved, so we don't get to see them anymore. So we're gonna go visit them.
How fun! What time is that? Later? Just later. In the afternoon.
Yeah, this afternoon.
Girls have plenty of time to wake up.
I hope so.
Still asleep. Right? I know. It's crazy. I was telling Dean, so.
I don't know when they went to bed. They were up and at it like at 1 o'clock this morning.
That's insane.
Yeah.
We went to bed at like 9:30 last night.
I was like, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, I saw Shia's pictures yesterday on Instagram. They were coming to see you, and I was like, oh, they're gonna have game night out fun. Because I keep up with you guys through Instagram all the time, or whatever.
Yeah.
And our listeners, if you've made it this far, you can keep up with us on Instagram too, on our Instagram page at Redheds Unraveled. Our listeners
that's where we put our
stuff to this right now. If they learn long, that's okay. Okay, what else? I think that's it. I think that may be everything I have. I give you my happy. We're going traveling, which is always happy. And then, is there anything else super exciting going on? I think so. We're going to see Tabitha this week.
Yay! Give her a big hug for me.
Her birthday's at the end of the week, so we're super excited about that, and we're going to hang out with her birthday. We got her a present. It's in the back seat. I'm super pumped about that. I went to the local coffee roaster yesterday and bought coffee for like everybody, and it's gonna be amazing. And Sarah and I went to Savoy, the tea company in Fayetteville, yesterday, and we got tea samples for everybody too. So yes, I did go to the tea shop. I didn't get you anything. Sorry.
Okay. I just stopped out.
Yeah, your tea stash the other day. Did you post a picture of that, or did you just send that to me?
I just sent that to you.
Oh,
it was all out of herbals.
But you need tea. It's
Yeah.
an important part of your life. But you get a lot of your tea from Plum Deluxe.
Yeah, because my mother-in-law gets me the Tea of the Month Club, which is delightful, but it all comes in caffeinated, which I wanted. You can get the herbal blends in the month club, but I opted for the caffeinated blends. But I ran out of herbals. Plum Deluxe, I get a like free shipping.
Yeah.
I can just package it up with my monthly order, and I get free shipping. And their teas are, compared to like David's tea and stuff, they're really well priced.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and I just ordered it to come with my.
Awesome. That's amazing. I've had some of the Plum Deluxe from you. I haven't ordered any myself, but I got a chai variety pack from David's Tea at Christmas time, I think. And I've been using that. And so I've been doing a s'mores chai, which is delicious and has marshmallows in it.
Nice.
And chocolate, obviously, little cocoa dibs. So it's pretty good. I really like it. And I got some more unicorn tea yesterday, because that Savoy is the place that has the unicorn tea. And they're doing this big, apparently March is their like unicorn celebration month or something like that. And so they're running that special where you buy a tin of tea from them, and the unicorn tea, and you get a free little, unicorn plushie. The girls still don't know about your unicorn plushie, do they?
No, she came home. She's here now.
Oh, okay. Do I need to get another one? So there's two. A matching set.
No, I don't share her with them. Like she hangs out here, but yeah.
But they're having a big party on the 30th, I think. Like an actual like unicorn tea party. The unicorn tea is super cool. I should tell everyone. Unicorn tea is super cool because it changes colors when you put lemon juice in it. So it's a herbal tea, and it's like blue when you pour it.
It brews blue, and then you add lemon juice, and it turns purple. It's really cool.
You have a video of that on your on something, Instagram, yes?
On my Instagram, yeah.
Yeah. So super cool. You just did one the other day. I remember you watching that the other day. It was fun.
Yeah, and I think I brought it home so I can make a pot for the girls when we're gonna have a tea party at some point.
I think I just need to buy you another tin so then you can have one at work and one at home.
Maybe. Well, when I finish this tin, I think I'm gonna bring the tin into work to use it as a cup holder, pen holder.
It is cute.
The tin is adorable.
They have mermaid tea now there. And I don't know what mermaid tea is, but it has a mermaid on it. So obviously it's got to be amazing.
Yeah.
We went to Target last night and we found, do you remember the llama sticker the party llama stickers that I gave you? They have entire like party sets of that llama.
I saw that.
Banners, napkins, the whole 9 yards. I'm like, this is amazing. So we bought napkins, little party llama napkins for the truck because we were out of napkins in the truck. And apparently they had little gift bags. And I was like, I missed out on the gift bag. So we're going to stop at some Target stores along the way here and try to find these llama gift bags so I can give everyone a llama gift bag.
I love it.
Anyway, and then they had the cutest party sets at Target last night. They had a mermaid one and a llama one and a dinosaur one. Oh, they had a banner that said "Roar." It was great. And what else? They had rocket ships, and they had a rocket ship pinata.
Nice.
A rocket ship pinata.
I love it.
And they had like a little dump truck set thing where it was, you know, all the road equipment, you know, cars thing, and that one was cute. I was super impressed with Target's pre-made party selections. Yeah, I was really excited. Because, you know, I'm totally going to have a birthday party sometimes. No, I'm not. But I need some llama plates in my life, obviously.
Yeah.
To go with my llama cups that you got me last year.
I don't have a birthday party either.
You have a birthday party coming up soon, don't you?
Yeah, they don't want a llama party.
They don't want a llama party?
No. No,
I can't believe that. Unicorn?
I don't know what they want. There's been a lot of talk. They haven't decided yet.
Okay.
But once they find out, I found a place in the next town over where they might be able to have a Minecraft party. That might be what's happening.
Minecraft. We're talking about Minecraft. Gotta tell Dean what's going on. You were telling me the other day that you can feed a llama now or something. What was it?
You can milk a llama in Minecraft.
Milk a llama in Minecraft. Dean thought that was super fascinating. He really did.
So in Minecraft you can make a basket for a llama, and you can put the basket on the llama, and you can put a leash on the llama, and you can leash all the llamas together, and you can make a caravan of like stuff-toting llamas.
Wait. You can make a basket and put it on the llama's head. You can make a leash for the llama, and then you can leash all the llamas together, and then have like a llama parade. Right? Okay.
Yeah. The caravan of llamas that will carry all your stuff.
That will carry your stuff for you. You're gonna have to play next time we go. It's not great. He's ready for me to drive. Okay, we should go. Yeah. I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for being awesome and listening to me yammer about everything. We're almost to somewhere we can switch, which means we're almost to somewhere with Starbucks again because I'm almost done with my drink. Yay!
Yay!
Only like 2 hours in. It's all good. Have a super awesome day. Tell the girls we said hello, and hubby too. Yes. And
yes.
Always. All right.
Yes,
well,
guys.
We will talk to you all later. And I'm gonna hit the stop button now. All right. 1, 2, 3.